On the show in Wheelspin, we drive the recently launched Mercedes E400. In Launchpad, we have a look at the latest MPV, the Renault Lodgy. And on the road, we drive the Volkswagen Vento to Aurangabad and Ellora. Mercedes, to add to their range in India, recently launched another variant of the popular E-Class with a more powerful engine and another difference which makes it stand out. A roof which drops down at the touch of an electric button, or in other words, a cabriolet version of the E-Class. If you look at this E400 here, you would be immediately able to tell that there is a difference between this and the E350, the regular E-Class sedan. And that's because the bumper and the air dams have been restyled here. The front radiator grille too has changed, and a nice big Mercedes logo sitting in the center. And the biggest change is perhaps these headlamps here. Mercedes calls it the LED intelligent lighting system. And believe me, they are really intelligent, because once you leave them on, you don't really have to do anything. They adjust to oncoming traffic, they do everything on their own, and the beam quality too is really good. So all this makes driving in the night a piece of cake. As you can see, this E400 here is styled as a sports coupe with two doors, a slanting A-pillar and a soft-top roof which just goes down in a matter of few seconds at the touch of an electric button. But what really impresses me is the aspect of safety, which has been a big question mark for many convertibles here. But in this car, I think it has been rather well addressed. This car here comes with 9 airbags, and even the slanting A-pillar that you see here comes with tubing inside to strengthen it. And of course, in the rear, you have the rollover bars which pop out in a matter of milliseconds in case the car rolls. Pretty good stuff in terms of safety here. If you peep inside the 400 here, I'm sure what you will see is going to please you. Lots of luxury features is what I can spot first. The design and the color layout is quite nice. The seats and the steering are lapped in quality leather, and of course the seat here comes with features like additional back support, as well as you can raise the height, and it also comes with a Logic 7 Harman & Kardon sound system with 14 speakers all around. Should be coming quite handy on a long drive. Plus it also has 2 rear seats, and as far as I can see, they can take in 2 adults quite comfortably. But when I say adults, I mean normal sized ones. The front of the E400 is unmistakable, with a single louver front grille with 3-pointed star in the center. And in the side profile, the car certainly looks muscular and sporty, with a long sloping bonnet and a strong shoulder line ending into a short boot with stylish alloy wheels shod with low profile tires. The inside of the car too is typically Mercedes, with an overdose of luxury which can't go unnoticed. Fine quality Napa leather with contrast stitching for the seats and the fascia, a small steering wheel wrapped in leather with multifunction buttons, and a large TFT display to give you all the information. And of course, you have nicely contoured seats and individual air conditioning. The body too is made of high tensile steel to add to occupant safety. And then there are active safety features like attention assist, which monitors the driver for drowsiness or lack of attentiveness while at the wheel. The E400 comes with a 360-degree camera and park assist to help you parallel park into a tight spot with ease. Mercedes has also equipped the car with its unique Command Online, a cloud-based app which will enable you to access the internet, radio, weather and other information which will help. The Command Online is also equipped with hard disk navigation system featuring a map display on the 7-inch TFT screen, and it can interface with an iPhone or iPod and stream high-quality videos as well. The most striking feature of this E400 is the soft top, which slides in just 20 seconds. And you can also do it while moving at speeds of up to 40 km an hour. This 23.5mm thick colored fabric soft top is made of 3 components to give it enough insulation and make it quite acceptable in terms of the decibel level. In fact, in terms of acoustics, there is a big improvement over the past models, and this is in fact the quietest one in this class. This E400 here is actually powered by a smaller engine than what goes into the E350. This is a 3-liter engine as compared to the 3.5 V6 that goes in there. But this too is a V6 and it's a petrol engine. But the fact is that it might be a smaller unit, but it churns out more power. It pumps out 333 brake horsepower. And I tell you, when you start driving this E400, you feel you are more behind the wheels of a performance sedan than a regular sedan. This really drives well. The engine is smooth, the power delivery is flawless, and it goes through the rev band like butter through knife. It's so smooth. You will really enjoy driving this car. The engine is mated to a standard 7-speed dual-clutch transmission as in most of the Mercedes model in this range, and the shifting is really smooth, and obviously it comes with both the manual and the sport mode with paddle shifts. I think as far as driving this car, this is really fun. The V6 engine produces 480 Nm of peak torque and gets to the 100 km mark in just 5.3 seconds with a top speed of 250 km. And the gear shifts also offers the driver different select options from comfort to economy. The E400 rides on lightweight 17-inch alloy wheels, which gives the car a nice sporty stance. The E400 here is a car which in the language of many youngsters today might be described as cool. This is a car which really brings in the cool quotient. It's stylish, it's flamboyant, and being a Mercedes brings in all the luxuries. It's a car really which is well made and pays attention to safety as well. And I like it because it drives very well. So if you are looking for a cool car and you have that extra cash to pay, then go and get this, because this car is obviously a little more expensive than the E-Class. The E400 is priced at Rs 78.5 lakhs, ex-showroom Delhi, which is around Rs 18 lakhs more than the regular E350. But then with the E400 you get a more stylish car which will also give you an option of open-top driving on a nice day. The Indian multi-purpose van segment saw one more product addition with the French car maker Renault launching their Lodgy. The MPV segment in India has already products like the Honda Mobilio and the Maruti Ertiga, which are the most popular in this compact MPV segment. The Lodgy, true to its positioning as an MPV, does look every bit a boxy people carrier that it's supposed to be. Powered by the same 1.5-litre DCI diesel engine which powers many Renault-Nissan products, the Lodgy will have the same engine in 2 states of tune, with the base variant managing only 85 PS, while as the other one producing 110 PS. Lodgy will be available with only one diesel engine and no petrol. The Lodgy can be expected to be a reliable and fuel-efficient vehicle, but beyond that, in terms of appearance, it certainly doesn't have the sleek lines of the Honda Mobilio or the space of the bigger and the more popular Toyota Innova. Renault has equipped the Lodgy with 8 seats to ensure that it does qualify as an MPV, but with the seats all in position, it only offers 207 litres of cargo space, but both the rows of the seats come with split folding. The base model of the Lodgy is priced at Rs 8.19 lakh, and Renault with this pricing has made its intentions clear. It wants to take on the Honda Mobilio, which is an identical price for the base diesel variant. But then Honda also offers the petrol variant at a much cheaper Rs 6.75 lakhs.
That art and history buffs will love. I'm headed to Aurangabad and Ellora, which are home to some of Maharashtra's most impressive monuments. And the car I'm driving also is quite a work of art in itself, the Volkswagen Vento. So time to get into the driver's seat. The Vento is a great car if you're in the mood for a road trip. It's extremely spacious and very comfortable. These seats feel really luxurious. It also comes with an excellent stereo system with Bluetooth connectivity, so you can just stream your favorite music off of your smartphone. And this flat-bottom steering wheel is great to hold. It also has all the multifunction buttons, which are a huge convenience. So all in all, you're well prepared for a long drive. So time to get rolling. Aurangabad lies 335 kilometers east of Mumbai. It's roughly a 7-hour drive, and in this car it might even take me less time because it's super speedy and smooth, yet compact enough to maneuver really easily. It's a very pretty drive with surprisingly good roads, and you see hills dotted with wind turbines on the way. Once I reach Aurangabad, Ellora is only 20 kilometers away. So I'm first going to make a quick stop in Aurangabad for some sightseeing before heading off to Ellora to check out the famous carved caves. After a long but enjoyable drive in the spiffy Volkswagen Vento, I've reached Aurangabad and I thought I'd make my first stop the beautiful Bibi Ka Maqbara, also known as the mini Taj Mahal. Now this is exactly where I am and I'm eager to take a look inside. The last Mughal emperor Aurangzeb made Aurangabad his capital in the 17th century. Bibi Ka Maqbara was constructed by Aurangzeb's son Azam Khan, modelled around the Taj Mahal. With 4 minarets flanking a central dome, this white tomb certainly does resemble Agra's Taj. And while the prince had envisioned the entire structure built out of marble, his tight-fisted father had insisted that it be built out of limestone. And despite this compromise, I have to say that this is truly a striking sight. The other monument I wanted to check out is on my way to Ellora, the Daulatabad Fort, about 15 kilometers away from Aurangabad city centre. The drive allowed me to get a sense of what Aurangabad is like, an amalgamation of urban chaos and history. The Daulatabad Fort is hundreds of years old and it really is quite magnificent. It's also massive, it takes over the whole hill and it's really complex. There's several concentric walls, these huge walls, one after the other, arranged in this labyrinth-like fashion around really complex stairs. And I think this would have really confused intruders, so it's very strategically constructed. Now, I will admit it's a huge trek as well. To climb up the hill takes some effort, but you will be rewarded with beautiful views as well as a glimpse into some stunning architecture and history. The fort was built by the Yadava kings in the 12th century. It was then renamed Daulatabad, the City of Fortune, by Delhi Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq in the 14th century, who decided to shift his capital here from Delhi. Ironically, Daulatabad soon proved untenable as a capital for strategic reasons, and having marched his subjects down here, they were forced to retrace their tracks all the way back to Delhi. The fort complex really is charming. It encompasses several lovely green gardens full of flowers, and you'll also probably see a few langurs and maybe even hear some peacocks. Now there's also several other monuments within the fort like a stepwell, the Chand Minar, as well as a few shrines. So there's lots to see here, but it's now time for me to head to Ellora. I got to hop back into the Vento to drive just a bit further to Ellora, and I have to say, this car is such a treat. It's so easy to drive given the 1.5-litre diesel engine combined with a 7-speed automatic DSG gearbox. The diesel engine makes it very economical on long drive as well. And what's also great is that in terms of safety, even the base model of the Vento comes with 2 standard airbags. This trim of course offers more, like the anti-lock braking system and traction control or ESP, which makes it such a safe car to drive. I've reached Ellora after a short but pleasant drive, and I'm eager to look at the caves because I've heard so much about how special they are. It's a World Heritage Site after all, so I'm sure we have something to look forward to. Number 16 of the caves in Ellora is the Kailash Temple, and it's truly one of the most impressive and most important caves here. It was built in the 8th century, and it's jaw-dropping that that level of artistry was achieved relying entirely on manual work so many centuries ago. Now, it was designed to resemble Mount Kailash, which is the abode of Lord Shiva, and the carvings inside are supposedly just remarkable. So I'm really excited to take a look inside. Some of the other must-visit caves are 3, 10, 11, 12 and 15. The vastness of the scale of these caves combined with the intricacy of the detail in the carving work really is awe-inspiring and has to be seen to be experienced. Gigantic rocks taller than 5-storied buildings were carved over 10 generations to achieve these incredible architectural masterpieces. There are literally thousands of statues. It's an art lover's paradise. Aurangabad and Ellora are a lovely option for a weekend getaway, especially if you're interested in seeing some beautiful and historic art and architecture that spans several religious traditions. From the Indo-Islamic monuments in Aurangabad to the Buddhist, Jain and Hindu caves in Ellora, you really get a sense of the richness and diversity of India's culture all right here. And I could have easily spent hours just gazing at the intricate details in the caves in Ellora, but it's already time for me to head back to Mumbai. And luckily for me, the Vento is waiting right here to take me home, and she's just been such a pleasure to drive. This is a car that's fast, smooth and comfortable, so I have to admit I'm excited to get back into the driver's seat. See you next week.